We begin our new series with how one Ukrainian pilot discovered a hangar in which 2 Russian armored personnel carriers were hidden. The pilot decided to check it out completely by chance, and it turned out that he found some really valuable targets. At first, the pilot saw one vehicle and flew towards it. But at the last moment before the strike, he decided to check the entire building, thinking that there might be something else of interest there. And that's exactly what happened. At the other end of the hangar, there was another armored personnel carrier. Then, before making the first strike on the target, the pilot relayed information about this location, and more drones flew in to help. After several strikes, the armored vehicle was destroyed and could not be repaired. The last drone confirms a fire inside the building. In this case, Russian soldiers are hiding on the left side of the dugout. But now something will happen that will force them to run out of it immediately. That's right, it's the explosion of a Ukrainian FPV drone. After the explosion, one occupier ran out and crouched behind a wall, thinking he could hide from the aerial reconnaissance drone. But the new drone found him and gave him a well-aimed shot. The next occupier was found deep in the bushes in the Pokrovsk direction. He was sitting there in the bitter cold after a failed assault in which all his comrades had been killed. He had managed to survive and was waiting to be evacuated. But for this soldier, it was all over the moment the reconnaissance drone spotted him. After that, a strike FPV drone took off from the nearest positions and flew as close as possible to the occupier. After he heard the sound, he started to run away. But it was all in vain, as his every movement was recorded by the reconnaissance UAV, which continued to circle in the air all this time. And as always, it entered the trajectory and struck with an FPV. The winter forest has long ceased to be just a location. It has become an arena of constant confrontation, a place where good and evil clash every day. The enemy tries to overwhelm with numbers, flooding the forest with personnel, looking for a way forward. But their every move is under control. Ukrainian FPV drone operators see more, react faster, and act with maximum precision. These are not just strikes from the air. This is a fight for every meter of Ukrainian land. And in this forest, there are no accidents. In the middle of this very forest, in the Lyman direction, behind a camouflage net, a Russian truck was discovered, which the enemy used to transport personnel and ammunition. With a single strike, it was critically damaged. After that, another discovery, a similar truck. But this time, it is completely destroyed and burned with a single shot to the fuel tank. Another drone shows the result of the first one's work. How cool it is to watch the enemy's equipment simply burn up, and burn up in very large quantities. If the next Russian soldier hadn't turned on the light on his quad bike, the drone would probably have flown away, but as it happened, the Russian soldier revealed himself. Russian shelters are disappearing one by one. When Ukrainian FPV drone operators get to work, there are no safe places left. Basements, houses, dugouts, no type of shelter guarantees protection. Aerial reconnaissance finds targets, and strike drones finish the job. If one strike is not enough, the next drone takes to the air. If necessary, several at once. These images show the systematic destruction of shelters used by the enemy to hide their forces and resources. And each time, the result is the same. The position ceases to exist. Along with these shelters, pilots neutralize enemy personnel. Russian soldiers try to act instinctively. They hide, run away, return fire, and look for any chance to save themselves. But every movement, every attempt to change position is visible from the air. There is almost no time to make a decision, and a mistake is too costly. In such conditions, none of the options guarantees salvation. When FPV drones are in operation, control remains with those who see from above and act without delay. Pilots from the latest unit destroy Russian strike UAVs in the air. These enemy kamikaze drones target Ukrainian military positions and other targets. Therefore, destroying such UAVs is a crucial mission that pilots carry out with incredible precision, so that no drone can survive and reach its target. Underneath the burned-out armored vehicle, the pilot found a gift in the form of a Russian soldier. The job was done successfully. The following frames show the work that lasted all night and did not stop until dawn. Ukrainian pilots used drones with thermal imaging cameras to monitor the area in complete darkness. A thermal imager leaves no chance to hide. Any movement is immediately detected from the air. Russian targets were detected and neutralized one by one, methodically and without haste. Anyone who came out of cover at the wrong time, anyone who tried to change position or move forward, immediately found themselves in the crosshairs. In the darkness, which should have provided cover, they became even more visible. The night turned into a continuous zone of control, without pause, without loss of concentration, until the first rays of morning light. These images show how air superiority works around the clock, and how even darkness is no longer an ally for those who try to act covertly. In the morning, work continued without interruption, with other departments also participating. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and Telegram channel to see more unedited videos. Good luck!